Hey there everybody, video number 3. Getting maybe a little more comfortable in front of the camera, even though it's still an awkward feeling, staring at the camera and talking, but it's a good time to reflect actually. And this reflection kind of comes from this week, doing a lot of thinking about some of the people I've been talking with who still a lot of questions about diet. You know, the last little video I kind of maybe vented a little bit about frustration of, you know, what's the magic diet, what's the magic diet, and people, I guess when I get that question, it's not that I don't have any confidence in them, that if I just give them a magic diet, that the lifestyle has been created and all of a sudden, you know, 5 years from now, that person's going to still have total success. So it's really not what it's all about, and that's where this reflection, this conversation tonight kind of comes from, is that, you know, if I really try to analyze my last, you know, I've been at this maybe 15 years now, but what is it that keeps me connected to this and what has created the lifestyle? And if I have to look at the two in terms of what creates fitness lifestyle, your diet, which is the way you eat by choice, which, you know, diet means like eating with some rules, and then you have exercise, those two pieces. I guess when you look at longevity of what it takes to stay with this, it's really the love for the exercise. I can't say that it's a love for eating, because the eating becomes kind of a brainless thing after a while of, you know, people look at you and say, how can you always be that strict with your diet? Well, you don't really think of it as being strict, rather strictly, as the saying goes, you know, you eat to live or you live to eat. And obviously when you're really fitness orientated and stuff, is that you know, you eat to live. I look at food as a fuel purpose, basically 90% of the time of, you know, breakfast is a way to fuel my day and start me off with food as energy, and it's going to give a purpose of fueling me for the first 4 to 5 hours of my day. So I must eat these foods to perform and think clearly and have energy that's sustained and maintained. And then throughout the day, the protein, this awareness of I need some protein in my body to, you know, keep my muscles repaired and cells and everything else that's going on. So it's like a fuel purpose. It's like a mentality of food is for life to serve a purpose, a job within my body to perform properly. And then once I get into my evening stretch, which is workout time, I'm fueling so that I can have a good workout, and then fueling after so that my workout was useful and that my body can start to go into that repair process by the time I go to bed. So, you know, some people think it's kind of, you know, how can you live that way? It's so strict, but it doesn't feel that way. It's just very, it's very easy, I guess. But back to the idea again of diet versus exercise, and what is the hook as you're trying to give information to new people or people that have, you know, maybe at this for years, they're just looking to make a little change. It's really, I guess, the love for the exercise. And for me, that word exercise really means lifting weights. You know, I kind of am a little bit of a one-trick pony when it comes to that, to be honest. My love and enjoyment is strength training, which is lifting weights. You know, I'm not a big cardio person. Not that I'm against it, but I don't do a ton of cardio. I'd rather control my calorie burn, my input-output, by just controlling the food I eat and knowing what that number is for my body, versus having to put in extra time like I talked about in that other video about, you know, trying to burn 500 calories because I don't know how many calories I ate today. And the way that I like to lift weights again is getting a cardio effect, which is, you know, a kind of a fast-paced superset back and forth, so my heart rate is elevated. So I'm getting the cardio benefit, and that's the way that anyone that I train obviously understands what I'm talking about. So try to train people at a certain pace so that you do sweat and you do get that. So where was I? I guess, again, back to the diet exercise part. How do you know that you're going to end up successfully of hopefully finding yourself enjoying the lifestyle? Well, again, back to maybe my story of 15 years ago. What happened was I fell in love with lifting weights, the strength training, and the exercise portion. And that's the part that I have done, say 15 years now or whatever, consistently, and it's because I truly enjoy it. I love the feeling of pushing blood around in my body and feeling it go to different body parts and having that mind-muscle connection and mind-body connection of your body feeling alive, and people that are really into it, that understand a strength training program, meaning choosing certain body parts or circuits and understanding the way the body kind of works, you start to understand blood flow to body parts, and then you start to get that connection. And that's, again, the hook for me, and that's been the hook for me for years, is feeling that. The diet part then becomes this, I guess, the second priority in my fitness lifestyle, which means the diet is kind of developed itself over the years. I never started lifting weights and saying I'm going to go on this exact diet and start, because I'm lifting weights. And I think that's what a lot of people come to trainers for. And again, as much as I want to help people with the diet and tell you exactly how many calories to eat, that part is all on you. When you spend time with a trainer, whether it's 2 hours a week, 3 hours, whatever it is, you've got so many hours the rest of your week that the trainer can't. You can go online, you can print a diet, a trainer can write a diet, you can go buy a book that says a diet, but you have to make that choice. My goal, and a lot of trainers' goals, I believe, is that we want you to fall in love with the idea of lifting, and that's what we've fallen in love with, is the exercise. If you put your focus, I think, mostly on that, okay, I'm going to get down in the basement or out to the gym or wherever it is you go, to the trainer, 2 to 3 times a week, and you start enjoying that feeling of strength, and I had a good sweat, and I'm feeling strong, and my muscles, I can feel them, they're getting tight, and you're having those little moments throughout the day where it's just you reflecting on the way your body feels and how much stronger your body is making your mind feel. It's one of my favorite sayings from the Greeks, a strong body is a strong mind, and I do believe in that. It's a sense of confidence, and it helps you feel confident in your brain, I guess. So, again, if you can enjoy lifting, enjoy strength training, enjoy the way that feeling is, close your eyes sometimes when you're lifting and just enjoy and embrace how it feels. Naturally, if the love happens with weights, if you're a betting person, the bet is that your diet is going to change naturally. Whether you say, I'm going to start cutting this food out or that, even if you don't do anything in your diet and you simply start lifting weights, you may not see your body change and lose 20 pounds in a month or 2 months, 3 months, but hopefully if you enjoy the lifting weights in the beginning, 6 months in, you're going to see a difference. A year in, that second year in, you're going to say, I don't really drink soda anymore. I don't eat this type of food, or I don't eat pizza every single night because I'm lifting weights. Naturally, that's going to happen. So, moral of the story, trying to wrap this little reflection time up is, try to bring some clarity to what I'm rambling about, is maybe some good advice right now, or what I'm trying to say tonight, is that maybe back off on the diet again. Just get the education on weights, how to do it properly, safely, so that your body starts to feel alive. Don't even think about your diet. Keep that little bit of information, like I said from the last video. Maybe just start eating a little less food, and then not to get into the food part again, but just enjoy weights. And again, some of this reflection tonight comes from some conversations I had this week again with some clients and people that I train, that they were very positive about it. I'm starting to feel it. And it was nothing to do with the food. We didn't talk a darn thing about food. It was, I'm starting to feel strong again. I'm starting to feel my muscles. I like the way this feels. And then, you start to pick up that they're also kind of hinting towards, and I've cut out some foods. But the emphasis wasn't the food. It was the enjoying of the weights. And the food will come naturally. And hopefully if you have a good enough trainer or someone that you meet who can show you the weights properly, and show you that it is fun and enjoyable, and that's, again, my philosophy of the way that, as a teacher, what I like to do, or make my combination now with weight training and teaching, is that I want to teach people how to lift weights. and give weight training programs that are what I believe is really the most efficient, effective way to train your body, and teach people that it doesn't require 5 to 6 hours a week or endless hours. It can be done in 2 to 3 times a week. You can train your whole body systematically, and when you start to feel that and get some results on your muscles and strength, food's gonna fall into it naturally. And I think without even preaching the food on people, you're gonna make better choices. So, and when the time is right and you know you're gonna get strict with your diet, then you know you are gonna be the one in charge of that. Nobody can walk around with you day to day and feed you, but you can go to a trainer a couple times a week or go to the gym, and you can be accountable for that, but from someone else making you accountable. But the food, you know, that's always going to be on your shoulders. So here I go. I know I'm rambling, but fall in love with the weights. That's what I've done. I know that's what's worked with me. Many other people who have stayed the course for 10, plus years is our passion for strength training, and food always just kind of fell in place. So strength training, enjoy it. Later.